What's going on, everyone? DC Wrestling back at it again. Welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to, make a video because I haven't made a video since Sunday because I've been wanting to take a little break from the content, not only because of school and everything, but I posted a duration of videos from last Wednesday to this past Sunday. So I just wanted to, you know, I don't want to push too much content out, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. But basically, I wanted to start off, by just talking, just saying RIP to former WCW wrestler Tracy Smothers. He passed away this past week at the age of 58 to lymphoma. Hearts and prayers go out to his family. It's just sad, man. We're losing so many people in this, horrible year of 2020. And so hearts and prayers go out to him. So the first thing I want to discuss today, I'm going to talk about AEW. Well, I will talk about AEW, but I first want to talk about NXT Halloween Havoc. We got a new North American champion in Johnny Gargano. He defeated Damian Priest. It was a decent match, you know what I mean? It was a decent match, is what it is. And but Johnny picks up the win, and he is a two-time North American champion. And I believe he's the first ever two-time North American champion. I believe he is. I believe. Someone can correct me in the comment section, if you do so. Also, what happened on the show, Pete Dunne, or Peter Dune, made his return to NXT looking jacked as crap. And he was supposed to be siding with Kyle O'Reilly before turning on him. Obviously, Pete Dunne still remembering what Roderick Strong did to him in that fateful Dusty Rhodes Classic Finals match, with Roderick turning heel and joining the Undisputed Era. So it kind of makes perfect sense why Pete Dunne turned heel and aligned himself with Pat McAfee. And Pat McAfee and, his boys potentially setting up war games between Undisputed Era and Team Pat McAfee. So yeah, that happened. Also on Halloween Havoc, we had an amazing main event. If you haven't seen it, go see it, between Io Shirai and Candice LeRae. My God, Candice LeRae took a nasty bump towards the end of the match. That was crazy. And I don't know how she survived it. Well, I'm glad she survived it, because I don't want to wish death on anybody. But, just props to Candice LeRae for taking that bump. So shout out to them. So now, moving on. By the way, Halloween Havoc, I have to say, it was a pretty good episode. I think this was NXT's best, probably episode, really this past year. NXT, ever since moving to, USA, I don't know about you guys, but it's been quite boring to me. Maybe it's because they're trying to compete, and I don't know, why would you try to compete when you can just move to Tuesday nights and we can end this stupid war, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. Also, what happened on Wednesday night, AEW, obviously. Two of the main things I want to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about, the Young Bucks did an interview with Excalibur, and he was also interviewing FTR ahead of the big dream match between FTR and the Young Bucks at Full Gear. And basically, the Young Bucks, they've been saying that, we're going to make a huge announcement in this interview. And basically, the huge announcement was that if the Young Bucks do not walk out Full Gear November 6th, Saturday night, as the AEW Tag Team Champions, then they will never, ever, ever challenge, or they will never compete for the AEW Tag Team Championships again. And it's funny because, and I say it's funny because they did the same stuff with Cody last year. I don't know if you guys remember, but last year Cody said, in the big interview I think he did an interview with Tony Schiavone, but he said in the promo that if he does not walk out Full Gear as AEW World Champion, then he will never challenge it again. And what happened? Technically lost. MJF threw in the towel. MJF turns on Cody. Cody can't never challenge for the AEW World Championship again, mainly due to the fact probably that Cody is the executive vice president and why you the world champion and you're basically in charge of the company. So yeah, man, they're doing this same story. Honestly, I don't, why? Like, maybe they're doing this to make it seem like the Young Bucks are winning, because now with this stipulation, it clearly shows that the Young Bucks are going to win. Because if the Young Bucks lose, then what's going to happen? Are they going to create the AEW Tag Team TNT Championships and win those because they can't challenge for the world title? So let's create tag team titles for the TV, and we'll defend them on TV and still the pay-per-view, but we won't challenge for the world championship. Yeah, Young Bucks are definitely winning that one. And I haven't even got to the predictions yet, and here I am already saying who's going to win that dream match. Also, what happened on AEW was the town hall between the Inner Circle and MJF. Basically, is MJF joining the Inner Circle, and besides Peter Avalon trying to join the Inner Circle, which we all know how that ended up, we saw another appearance by the amazingness that is Eric Bischoff, making his second appearance on AEW. Last time he made his appearance was during the Orange Cassidy and Jericho debate. Eric basically saying, Inner Circle, how can you trust MJF? Especially after what MJF did to Cody. MJF could possibly do the same thing. Now, Jericho was like, MJF, you haven't done one thing. You may have done all these other things, but you haven't done one thing, and that's beat me. So basically, Jericho tells MJF, if you want to join the Inner Circle, then you have to beat me at Full Gear. So at Full Gear, we are going to see Chris Jericho versus Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And if MJF wins, he will join the Inner Circle. Now, obviously, Ortiz is writing off MJF, telling MJF that me and Sammy don't want you in this group. Santana, he wants you in the group, but then he might not want you in the group. And Jake is preparing for his fight. So basically, he's telling MJF that you might not make it to the pay-per-view because on the next week on Dynamite, the go-home show of Dynamite before Full Gear, it's going to be MJF and Wardlow versus Ortiz and Sammy Guevara. So, trying to, MJF get momentum into his match with Jericho on that next Saturday night. So, that's going to be a good match, by the way, MJF versus Jericho. I'm telling you, that's going to be a really great match. And, I don't know. By the way, MJF was saying that he will do anything, and he means anything necessary to win this match. It kind of tells me that some shit's gonna go down in this match. Maybe the Inner Circle might end up pulling a swerve and turning on Jericho, potentially turning him babyface. Who knows? We'll see what happens next Saturday at Full Gear. So yeah, man. So that's what I wanted to talk about. What else I want to talk about? WWE decided to change Matt Riddle's name. I believe it's just going to be Riddle now or Matt. I don't know, but he got a name change. I think it's just Riddle now, which is stupid. Like, why would you change Matt Riddle's name? Like, why can't he keep Matt Riddle? I don't get that. That doesn't make no sense whatsoever. But yeah, man. Yeah. So that's my video for today. I might make another video Saturday. It depends, because Saturday I want to make a video probably like Halloween based. I might do a video talking about, I don't know, some Halloween shit, because it's Halloween, and I just want to talk about some, just to get you guys in the Halloween spirit and stuff like that. Love Halloween to death. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a video out on Saturday, because I'm going to be going over to my cousin's house, because we're doing a Halloween party. Well, a little Halloween get together, I should say. I don't know why we're even, I don't know, because COVID. So, but it is what it is, man. It's your boy, DC Wrestling. And I will catch you guys back on the flip side.